Good evening, everyone. I am Madam of the Night. I hope your night is going swell. Tonight, I'll be talking about one of my personal experiences, and this will be part 4. All my aunts, all my uncles, all my cousins, we all were there. I do believe it was for a barbecue, and we were running around, hide and seek, playing tag, doing all kinds of things, just running wild. My aunts, my uncles, and my mom, I believe, were in the kitchen helping my Nana set up. And my cousins and I were in the backyard just still playing. I believe Catalina, my brother, Tiana, Twana, Jasmine, and Jessica, and my cousin Chris were there. This happened to me when I was about maybe 9 or 10 years old. We were at my Nana's house for a family event. It was really warm outside, so I wasn't sure if it was Memorial Day or the 4th of July, not sure. Eventually, me and my cousin Lena had to use the bathroom. So we rushed to the bathroom. We were talking, usual cousin banter. She was using the bathroom, and I was just waiting for her to be done. I know this is probably TMI, but me and my cousins were very, very, very close. It didn't matter. We would go to the bathroom together, we would cry together, we would laugh together, so we were really, 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 really tight. Soon as I was about to use the bathroom, I noticed that there was a crazy looking image pressed against the screen of the bathroom window.
Come on!
And I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me, so I asked my cousin Lena, I said, "What is that?" And she's like, maybe it's Chris and Corey playing games with us. Maybe they're playing a prank. But something in my spirit knew that that wasn't my brother and that wasn't my cousin Chris. The being basically just kept pressing its face harder and harder into the screen to the point where we saw the color of its skin. It was like black and green, and it had a really long nose and a huge grin on its face. So I kept saying, "Who? Corey, Chris, stop playing. Why y'all playing? Leave us alone. We just using the bathroom." And my cousin Lena really started getting scared. She was like, "Let's just get out of here. Let's just get out of here." And I was like, "Okay," but it just kept staring and pressing its face against the screen. So I really thought, it was my brother and my cousin Chris playing a prank on us. So as I was finished wrapping up using the bathroom, I'm freaking out. Lena is washing her hands, and we just could not keep our eyes off the window. And then all of a sudden, I kid you not, I don't know if my cousin Lena remembers this, but the hand went through the screen. We just stood there in awe, and we were in shock. And I was like, "What the hell is that?" And then me and her just hurried up, rushed out the bathroom, and just ran out. But the crazy thing about it was when the hand went through the screen and came back out, there was no hole. At the age of 9 and 10, your brain is just really trying to process what you just saw. And in a young mind, you're saying to yourself, "Oh, this can't be possible. No, that's just my cousins or my brother being foolish." These are all the things that was running through my mind. Now, my cousin Lena was really, really, really scared. I was too, but I was still trying to process what happened. So the first thing that really popped in my mind was the color of the hand. It was green, and it had long black fingernails. I don't know what it was. I know what I saw. I don't know if Lena remembers, but I definitely remember every detail about that hand, because that's the prudent image that just stays in my mind. As we ran out the bathroom, we ran in the kitchen, and my brother and my cousin Chris and all my cousins were in the kitchen. So me and Lena was freaking out, and we like, Corey, Chris, why are you playing pranks on us? Stop bothering us, leave us alone. So my cousin Chris and my brother Corey were like, what are you talking about? We was in the kitchen the whole time. What are you talking about? My mom was like, what y'all doing? What happened? I was like, I don't know. Corey and Chris was playing pranks on us, and they scared us. And I don't know, they probably put on a mask or something, and they put their hand through the screen. So my mother's like, you broke the screen? To what? What screen? To the what? I said, the bathroom window. He put his hand through the screen. My brother was like, no, I didn't. What are you talking about? I was in the kitchen. I was in the kitchen. So we all screaming at each other, trying to figure out what just happened. My mom goes to the bathroom. She doesn't see a hole. She doesn't see anything broken. She doesn't see anything torn. Just that the bathroom window was open and the screen was still whole. I started to realize that, you know, when you have siblings, brother or sister, you know when they're lying. So I realized that my brother had so much conviction in his face and voice that I knew that maybe that wasn't my brother. Same thing with my cousin Chris. He was totally denying it. They were in the kitchen, and I said to myself, okay, if it was my brother and my cousin Chris, how could they get to the kitchen that fast? That's impossible. We definitely would have heard the backyard door opening and closing really fast. We would have heard footsteps running in the house or laughing if they did something like that as far as a prank. As I said, I started thinking and manifesting and realizing the situation and really analyzing it in my brain, but we didn't hear any footsteps, we didn't hear any running. And by the time we got to the kitchen, my brother and Chris were just around the table talking to my mom and my aunts and my other cousins. After that, my brother was like, what did you see? And all my other cousins was like, yeah, what did y'all see? What did y'all see? And I said, there was this thing in the window peering at us. It had green skin or black or a mixture of both, and it was just staring at me and Lena, and then it puts its hand through the screen, but there was no hole. Of course, at first they're like, what are you talking about? That didn't happen. Y'all really saw it? Y'all really saw it? And I think the only one that actually really believed me was Twana. But then the more and more me and my cousin Lena started describing it, it was both of us. It wasn't just me. Like, we both saw the same thing. Like, I've never been able to repress that memory because it just stays so pungent in my mind. All my cousins started getting a little scared. And then we all started talking about all the creepy things that was going on in my Nana's house. So that was definitely not the first time something weird happened there. My cousin Twana was talking about my Nana's collection of dolls. She was a huge collector of porcelain dolls, and I believe on the second floor she had like this mini fireplace, and there were like maybe 5 or 6 dolls sitting on top of the fireplace. My cousin was explaining the story, saying that one of the dolls kept moving. And she thought that she was tripping out, but the doll kept turning its face this way and then turning its face that way, and then it would face her. Freaking weird. So there was definitely some type of energy surrounding my Nana's home, but we always had fond memories and great times there, and to this day I still just don't understand what happened. But That day, we all decided to spend the night at my aunt's house. And I was so paranoid because every time I walked by the window, I thought maybe that thing had followed us and it was just gonna show its face at my aunt's house in the window. And she lived all the way on the 17th floor of her building. But I was just so freaked out, and I still to this day can't believe what I saw. To talk back about the being, I don't know if it was a witch or some type of troll or hermit, anything. Could have been anything. Also, my nana's backyard, it wasn't too big, it was like a reasonable size. And if somebody wanted to gain access to my nana's backyard, it would have been easy because there were gates around and there were other buildings, well, houses next to her house. So it was kind of connected to everything. So if something wanted to climb over and do some exploring like it did, it definitely would. Back in those days, we didn't really worry about anyone hounding us or harassing us or doing us harm. But I really don't know what that thing's intention was. I don't know if it was trying to freak us out or if it had some other menacing agenda. And also, my nana's backyard, like towards the back of the backyard, there were weeds. They were pretty high. So if something wanted to not be seen, it definitely had a chance to hide in the bushes or the weeds because they were pretty extended. Even so, I just felt a weird energy around me that whole entire day and that whole entire night. I could not get it out my brain. I could not sleep. I had nightmares that night, thinking that thing was going to come back and harm us or harm our family. I have no idea what it was. I even to this day tried researching it to see what it might be, and things like troll and hermit and things of that nature, or which came up in the search, but I still don't really know, and I don't think I ever will know. But yes, in all actuality, it really did happen. I remember it to a T. I've always had a visual memory, and that's something that I just cannot forget. So I end the video to say this: just be very leery of the things that really do lurk in the dark. But the crazy thing about it was daytime, and clearly that thing definitely wanted to be seen. I also would like to know what your thoughts are. What do you think it possibly could have been? Could it have been something from another world and it got lost? Or do you think it definitely had a weird agenda to its liking? Please subscribe, like, and hit that bell icon so you can receive notifications of all my postings every week. And I will see you ghouls soon. You never know what goes bump in the night or day. I guess I can say for this.